Well, and welcome back to what will probably be, I'd be surprised if it wasn't, the last day of Dragon Age Origins. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, Dragon Age Origins, last day. Well, obviously I've got to finish the main game, which I'm doing now. 4 expansions which take me no longer than 5 hours, if that at all. Because I'm fairly certain the Darkspawn Chronicles is like 20 minutes. And then Witch Hunt's about 20 minutes-ish, I think. The Golems of Agnarok I think is about 45 minutes to an hour. So I should potentially be able to get everything done today. I still don't have installed the unique DLC for the dwarf. I'll do that another time. To the Landsmeet. Then I'll see if I can make Loghain a Grey Warden.
Warden, I am not surprised it has come to this. And Alistair, if you were even remotely worthy of being called Marik's son, you would already be in the Landsmeet. Now wouldn't you? You have torn
I wonder if she'd be here after I kill her.
You were born into freedom.
I would assume not.
But do not think you will get past me to desecrate the Landsmeet itself. The nobles of Ferelden will confirm my lord as regent, and we can finally put this to rest once you are gone. I have had so many doubts of late. Loghain is a great man, but his hatred of Orlais has driven him to madness. He has done terrible things. I know it. But I owe him everything. I cannot betray him. Do not ask me to. I never thought duty would taste so bitter. Stop him, Warden. Stop him from betraying everything he once loved. Please, show mercy. Without Loghain, there would be no Ferelden to defend.
No one gives a shit.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Tell us, Warden. How will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops? Or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? What do they offer you? How much is the price of Ferelden honor now?
Some of us are curious, Loghain, about precisely what happened at Ostagar.
So, one of Cailan's killers would dare speak of betrayal. You led our king to his death with your grandiose tales of griffins flying into battle.
What's this? There is no slavery in Ferelden. Explain yourself.
There is no saving the alienage. Damage from the riots has yet to be repaired. There are bodies still rotting in their homes. It is not a place I would send my worst enemy. There is no chance of holding it if the Blight comes here. Despite what you may think, Warden, I have done my duty. Whatever my regrets may be for the elves, I have done what was needed for the good of Ferelden.
Indeed. Do we not owe it to Merrick to see his son on the throne?
If he were a true son of Merrick, I would not hesitate to swear fealty to him. But I see nothing of Merrick in this pup. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter?
Nothing.
You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this. My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
The Warden. I'm with the Warden. Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden!
Western Hills is with
Fuck
you,
you.
Loghain. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me? Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough. Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields.
With all of
We
my
who are
armor and
assembled
weapons.
will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion? It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us...
I also have like a crap ton of healing potions.
Prepare yourself.
Let's get a good look. Okay, that was loud. And as soon as he goes down, I'll choose him to be a warden so he can be sacrificed at the final battle.
It's over! Are you? Yeah!
You have forced my hand. Flee while you can.
Yes!
I mean, I guess this wouldn't actually have hurt me.
Die! Lost you!
Now you die!
Well done.
So shall it be! Yes, you want to die, do you?
Wonderful! I do not fear death!
I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
I didn't just hear you say that. You're going to let him live? After everything he's done? Kill him already!
Wait. There is another option.
Yep, turning me into a Grey Warden,
Teyrn is
sacrificing
a
him.
warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining. There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that?
I mean, I said before this.
Joining the Wardens is an honor, not a punishment.
It is a punishment. He dies with this.
I will not stand next to him as a brother. I won't! Loghain is a traitor. We need him like we need to be stabbed in the back. Or have you forgotten how his being a great general didn't help the last time? I didn't want to be king. I still don't. But if that's what it takes to see Loghain get justice, then I'll do it. I'll take the crown.
Listen to this. Can you see how disastrous a king he'd be? Putting his own selfish desires above the needs of his country? You can't seriously support him. You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Anora.
Breed.
Hush.
Okay.
It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Anora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing
I
that
don't want to fucking
Ferelden
kill him
is
though.
in your hands.
Can I actually? I've got to fucking do Alistair's quest, haven't I? Which for some reason hasn't been done. No, it has. It's for his sister. I don't really think there's a... No, never mind. That's not a thing.
I will. I owe that to Duncan.
He has no face.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
I have a recurring nightmare that sounds just like this. All right. Yes. I guess it's decided then.
Honora, the Landsmeet has decided against you. You must now swear fealty to our king, and relinquish all claim to the throne for yourself and your heirs.
If you think I will swear that oath, Eamon, you know nothing of me. Reason clearly had nothing to do with your choice, Warden.
Oh, fuck you.
We cannot leave Ferelden in a state of civil war. We must have unity. If she will not swear fealty to you, Alistair, and renounce her claim to the throne, she is a threat to us all.
What do you want me to do exactly? Kill her? I can't do that. I guess... put her in the tower for now. Lock her up. Maybe we can find somewhere to send her. Later.
Thank you, Alistair. You show me mercy that I would not have shown you.
Very well, then. Guards, take her away.
Well,
Your Highness, would you address the Landsmeet?
Oh, that would be me, right?
well, we're sacrificing the baby.
I never knew him, but from all I've heard of my father, what defined him was his commitment to protecting this land. Maker's breath. When the Blight is over, I'll come back and take up my duties, whatever they are, as king. Until then, I think Al Eamon will have to be my regent.
There you go, Daniel.
Then I
How many
can
dragons have I killed?
no less honor than you do.
Depends on what your definition of a dragon
May the
is.
Maker bless your efforts against the dark.
Depends on what your definition
My
is.
fellow Grey Warden will, I
If you
hope,
mean any sort of wyvern or drake, then probably
shall we finish
30
this thing
to
together?
50. If you mean like giant dragons like in Game of Thrones or something, 1. And I'm about to kill the other. Massive reptile looking thing, 4 legs with wings. Well yeah, that's my point. Because you said massive, I mean I've killed small ones, maybe about yay big, the size of a dog. I've killed plenty of them. I've killed one dragon that's about the size of a human. And then I've actually killed an elder dragon that is obviously the size of an actual dragon.
Everyone,
So
get ready to march.
if you're talking about giant like building sized dragon, I've killed one. And I'm gonna kill the other one now. Like Dragon Age, the one thing Dragon Age doesn't have is dragons. It doesn't have dragons. Dragon Age 2, on the other hand, that's a funny story. That has none. And then Dragon Age Inquisition has about 4 or 5. But the only reason why it's called Dragon Age is
You made me king.
it's the Age of Dragons.
They're actually going to
Like the dragons were once destroyed, but then they seem to have reappeared again. And from the moment that they reappeared is the Dragon Age. But they've mostly been killed again, so...
Thank you. You want me to thank you? How could you do this to me?
Oh, fuck you.
I've done nothing but regret my blood since the day I was born. I
The
don't
Age of
want
Dragons
this.
with
I
no
never
dragons.
wanted
Yeah,
it.
because they're all
I
pretty much
hated
dead,
the idea
so...
of it. I thought we were friends. You knew how I felt about this, yet you went ahead and did it anyway. Why? And what I want doesn't factor in anywhere, does it? Funny how it always works out like that. I've just never thought of myself as a leader. I'm going to make a terrible king, you have to know
Like
that.
so. Dragon Age 2 has no dragons.
That are going to
So
affect the
only Inquisition is the only game that actually has dragons in it.
choice in this now, do I? I'll do my best, of course, and I expect that you'll be there to help me, right? Good. Then it's settled. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The Blight awaits, right?
And we're now at the end of the game. Give me more health. Shield Master. Oh, hey, I guess. Not a blank playthrough. Tips, okay, but not backseating. Wait, what? Excuse me? I beg your fucking pardon. Not that Arcane Warrior matters. I could just have more health. Cat. I will level up my cat. Isn't tips and backseating the same? Oh, I thought you meant tips as in like money, but no. I mean, tips isn't necessarily backseating, it depends. Like, if you're really stuck, I can sort of point you in the right direction of a tip, for an example. Like, say for example, if I'm running around in a circle, but I need to go left, you can say, oh, by the way, you want to go left, because otherwise you're going around in a circle. That's sort of backseating, but a tip is more, oh, this does this, by the way. Or, oh, you just go this way. There's nothing that way. Some consider it the same. Well, like I say, Blight Blazer, it's... Yes, it's the same. I guess it just depends on the amount of information you're giving. Like say, if you're sitting there and saying, oh, in this final section of the game, you'll want to have these 3 characters with you because they all really help out in these 4 scenarios, and then when you're setting out your armies, you'll want to have these here and these here. That's backseating. But if someone said, oh, you might want to have this person because it's just a massive nightmare at the end of the game without them, that would be more of a tip, because you're not really spoiling anything, I suppose. You're just more... It's going to save you a lot of time. Just do this. It's like if you play Dark Souls and someone said, oh, never use this item. It's worthless. That's a tip. But if you went up against the 4 kings and someone said, oh yeah, just wear the heaviest armor you've got and just tank the shit out of them, because you can't fall over when you get hit and you can just wail away, that's more backseating. So. Oh, hey Tom Barrow. You have a guy who constantly backseats in your chat, haven't got the heart to tell him to shut the fuck up. Just tell him. Or like, I mean, you don't have to very specifically say shut the fuck up, but like if you don't want spoilers, just say, oh, if you don't mind, no major spoilers, like, hopefully that will work, but hey ho. You find criticizing gameplay of someone the highest form of backseating, like 1 or 2 tips can be friendly advice, but fully analysing someone's entire action, those people need shot. Well, again, I will give people the benefit of the doubt for doing that if I'm just completely cocking up and I'm not seeing what I'm doing wrong, but you do. You tell me, oh, stop doing this, like, that's why you keep dying. change that to this and it'll be much easier. Like, you know, something like that I'd be fine with. You know, again, like if you're playing Dark Souls and you're complaining, why am I always fat rolling? Where? Then, you know, telling someone, listen, if you look at the weight limit, you'll notice the differences in dodging. If you have the heaviest armor, you'll have slightly better defense, but you can't roll for shit. If you have lighter armor, yeah, you may get hit slightly more, but you can dodge much faster. You know, in those instances, I would rather just say, listen, you need to be doing this, because otherwise, you're just going to keep complaining. Like what I do most of the time, pretty much. Oh, he needs 40 strength. Oh yeah, he's the one who needed... Not that it matters, but... Yeah, let you make the mistakes of no improvement, then offer help. Exactly. No midget watching failure is the best part. Yeah, well, you know. But you think people should ask if you want some advice before blaring it out. You know, just don't make... Oh, I'll read that in a minute, but... Yeah, no, like, in all honesty, like I say, for me personally, like, if I'm playing a game that you know everything about, one, unless I very specifically say I don't care if you spoil it, then, you know, go right ahead, spoil everything, tell me what I'm doing wrong, I don't care. But it's if I'm playing something, say, like this for the first time, and you know stuff about it, and you can give me some help and advice that you think I might need in a certain scenario, again, that's fine. But don't just specifically go, oh, you should be doing this because it's so much easier, you stupid cunt. And it's like, I mean, that's not helpful, but whatever. Also, isn't fucking, what's his name here? I don't know why I'm asking you guys won't fucking know. But yeah, no, if you haven't made your mind up on Doom Eternal, obviously there's no rush. Obviously. I swear to God, if I've beaten that quest now, I'm going to be slightly annoyed. Oh no, I'm one love letter away from finishing that quest. Too late. Oh, am I allowed to get it? Yeah, he wants to buy it, and especially because it's on sale. But, I mean, my entire review of Doom Eternal is eh. I'm not a massive fan of it. Do I even have any gifts that I can probably just give out? No.
Oh, what are you thinking, honestly? Oh, marvelous.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely. And there's something so
cool,
familiar
let's get it tried
about
out.
them.
Just refund if it's not your thing. Well, no, he's already played Doom 2016, but
Sprinkle the dry petals amongst
in
her
that case,
clothes.
made it to activate super OP cheese mode. You need to press and hold the
like
power
her.
button. Do I? Oh wow, you're right. This shit game can be better if I just turn it off. Idiot.
If one more servant asks if I would... What comes, my friend?
Me. I.
We are hardly alone, so and
Fuck me.
come to think of it, I find myself no longer caring.
You don't want to pay full price. It's £37 on Steam now, and you're in like Doom 2016, but it might go down to £25 on Steam summer sale in a month. Well, the summer sale will be in about July because it's never in June. Bone Morrigan again. Why are you standing on top of Cat? Why? Get out of Cat. Head to Redcliffe to prepare your army. So just leave. This way is the exit. Oh no, we didn't bang, we just kissed. You can't bang anymore, you can only fuck once in this game and that's it.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, like I say, you can only bone once in this. Now, in Dragon Age Inquisition, there is nudity. There are titties in that game. And, I believe, you can talk to the same person over and over again and constantly see the same sex scene. Which, I mean, I don't know why that's a thing, but whatever. Like, I didn't find out until my third playthrough. Then I went, I'm actually going to pursue a romance in this game for once. I did it, and then I went, huh. Nipples. So, you know. Sounds like marriage. Well, considering she also gave me a ring that I'm still wearing, which obviously says Morrigan's ring, but the ring also is like a GPS tracking system. I'll quickly go to camp, get everyone's friendliness to max. Definitely sounds like marriage. No, 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 no. Not if you're Morrigan. Love is a weakness. I mean, I do agree with her on that statement, but, you know.
Ah, I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask. I'm sure you'll be...
Just let me track you 24/7 in the form of a ring. Yep. Marriage equals or is the same as love. Yep. I mean, don't look at me. It's Morrigan the one who bloody well said that.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Interesting.
Oh wow, she's at +11. Bitch, fucking please.
Most kind. Most kind.
And of course my cat is at max.
You have my thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
It'll do. It'll do. Sure. It'll do. Sure.
Now it's everyone at max. Equals equals means is not. Since fucking when? Yeah, thanks. But no, you're trying to do the equal symbol with the line through it, but you can't do it in... Yeah, no, okay, never mind. You know, it's just that I saw the equals slash then other side, but yeah, no. Yeah. Let's watch the Last of Us 2 trailer in 10 minutes. Nope.
Something you need? I'm sure you'll be pleased.
I'll watch it when I'm done, but I'm not going to stop playing this for like 2 minutes. like when I finish this, because I'm about to do the end of the game, yes. But not now, because I'm going into the final battle. What am I streaming after this? The 4 expansions once I'm of this game.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, Redcliffe. 7 AM Pacific time. Yeah, like I said, there are 4 expansions for this game that I want to play. It'll probably take me about 4 hours to get them done. Because I'm fairly certain 2 of them are only like 20 minutes. One of them's about 45 minutes. And then...
Make her preserve us.
Of course. The other one, I don't remember how long Liliana's song is.
Push them back.
And I know I just said 4 hours, but I'm giving them a 1 hour
As you say.
time thing each. Well, I found Ranald too fucking little too late. Yeah, so if it's 7 AM Pacific time, is Pacific time East or West Coast? If it's West Coast, that's 8 hours. Which means 8 hours from there, which is what? Like 3 o'clock? No, Redcliffe is under siege. No. So who's the response video from Neil Druckmann on how ratio did it? What?
It's you.
You want to visit Last of Us 2 reaction trailer?
Trusty's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these.
What with me just sitting here, just. Is that what you want?
They all fled to the castle this morning.
West Coast, okay, so yeah, it's about 8 hours.
Arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me
So yeah,
too long
3
to
o'clock.
get down here. What a relief you arrived.
Non comments were turned off. Who'd have guessed? And see, this is the thing that I hate about movements or things people want to do on YouTube. As soon as they make anything, they always disable comments because they fucking know that people are either going to troll them or have their own opinion by going, I see your point, but this is what I think a little bit. Those people are worse. And it's like, so you're telling me because I'm not deep throating your cock and balls in my gob, you think you can stop me from saying what I want to say? You're the problem, not me.
I'm going to get out of here before any more of those.
Oh, hey Yuri.
Thank you again.
Voice actor 1 of 4.
We must strike quickly.
Did I just fucking one-shot him?
This will not end well for you.
I may be a little overpowered.
Yes. Flee while you can.
Yeah, I may be a little overpowered for this. Neil Cockman.
As you say.
Defend yourself.
It will be done.
It's Yasha! Is that the best you've got?
Yeah, I am just one-shotting these guys. Oh.
These are vile and tainted creatures. Of course.
Yeah, this is hardly for Yuri as Spider-Man. Yuri's fucking everyone in this game.
You should run while you can.
But also, to answer your question, Tom, I'm expecting or hopefully playing this tomorrow on one of these dead things. So I already know fucking Helgas is going to turn up and go, how are you doing that?
Yes.
Well, first of all, you got to buy a PS Vita. That's your first
Will be
problem.
done.
Last time you saw screenshots, it had a 64k dislike to about 20ish likes. Yikes. Yuri was Tesla in order 1886. Yeah, like I say, he's everyone.
Where shall I strike?
Oh, don't fucking do it. Yep.
I will not falter! Very well. At your command. Yes.
Yep. Like I say, so I'll try and stream that tomorrow.
I got it!
It will be done.
I was too slow to get them loaded. Vita with capture card. Oh, I don't have a capture card in my Vita. You don't need one. It's better to have one because the quality is much better, but you can do it for free. You can. Illegally, of course, you can do it, but you can do it nonetheless. You just need to mod your Vita to output video through. The cable that you use for any PS4 controller obviously plugs into the PS Vita to plug it into a PS4, PC, or because obviously you want to charge it or connect it to a PC to download media and stuff. On the flip side, you can also download a program and stuff to output video through that same cable because it's completely capable of doing so. Naughty. Technically not Black Blazer. Because I'm not... Okay, so I've downloaded the software to mod the Vita. The only thing I've done, essentially, is enable video output. Because Sony could do that themselves for an update, because it's just all software based. It is. They would just need to update. But they won't want to do it because, well, one, the fucking Vita's a dead console, and two... Great, now I can't see. What am I going to show you? Show you what?
I am ready.
Damn, you want naughty. Well, I mean, it is naughty because you're not meant to be able to do that. Because I also don't have any games installed on it illegally.
Yes.
I don't.
As you say.
I tried to be merciful. Another corpse for the pile.
Let us end this quickly.
This will just kill everyone as soon as they spawn.
We must strike quickly.
Oh no, it's an ogre alpha.
This is a waste of time.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes. Make her preserve us.
This will not end well for you. Ah, we have done well.
But I mean, if you want me to show you the PS Vita stuff, then I can do it after this before I start the DLC. Like I say, once I've beaten this, obviously, once the trailer's live, link it me, we'll watch it, then I'll just show you it running on the thing. It, like I say, it's not amazing because it doesn't capture natively, so it does sort of upscale to 1080p, which the Vita doesn't even run at 720p. It doesn't. I believe it runs at like some obscure bullshit resolution, which I think is like 748 by whatever.
Some did, yes, but we were able to close the gates and kill the ones
I
in
know
the
the O
courtyard.
word is racist.
I was told to watch for your arrival.
What O word? Orgasm.
Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you.
Is there any way to capture DS 3DS? Yes. Yes, there is, and I'm glad you asked. What you have to do is, you have to go back in time, like, a year and a half, because the guy that originally modded, right there, that used to be the infrared, oh, I'm pointing with the wrong thing at that one, that used to be the infrared thing, you know, how you would connect with other DS's. Obviously my DS has been modded, so it has video output, it does, and software. So you have to go back in time about a year and a half, because the guy in Japan who used to own the shop, who modded Vitas and 3DS's, no longer works anymore, because it's pretty much now illegal in Japan to be doing that kind of stuff. So the parts don't work anymore, and you pretty much have to get lucky that someone has a modded 3DS that they're willing to sell. 99% of people won't want to be selling them, and most people probably won't even have any of the parts left, and no one will be making them anyway.
I should take you to the hall right away, my lord.
So yes, there is a way of doing it, but you can't mod the 3DS to do it, because there's no... The only input into the DS itself is the power. That's the only input into a 3DS.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as
So yeah, it's impossible without modding. But like I say, the Vita, you can do it because it has the little cable that comes out the bottom, and through software you can run it from here into your PC through software on it. Like I say, Sony would just need to enable it on it. So what I've done isn't illegal technically. It's just that I've basically just enabled something that they can and fully are able to do, but I'm not using it to download games for free. Obviously I'm not that kind of person.
Word has been sent that they need more than warning. They need
Wait, you said ogre, not the other O creature.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news.
Yeah, I said ogre. What did you think I said?
The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the horde.
Make her preserve us. But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
And even if you wanted to, Tom, a modded 3DS, when I bought it, was like 180 quid. So it is a very expensive thing to have, but I wanted one because obviously with all this, and obviously I can play all my bullshit DS and 3DS games like Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, which was the first DS game that I streamed.
Perhaps not, but what is important
Or
know where
the Zelda games, or Spectrobes, or Trauma Center, which is a game that I really need to be playing. Or Drawn to Life, because Drawn to Life is pretty good. Or Assassin's Creed. Even though Daniel would probably argue against me that the Assassin's Creeds on DS are not Assassin's Creed games.
Gives us the chance we need. Al-Eamon, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance. I was wondering that myself.
Then you don't know. Of course not. You're both new recruits Duncan wouldn't have expected.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Perhaps you and Alistair should meet me before you retire.
So yeah, Tommy, if there are any DS games that you know of, especially my list down below that you can look at, that's the Google Doc off on the left hand side. You can just click on what console you want to see. But yeah, if there are any DS games that you see you want me to maybe play, let me know. I won't be against it. Or if there's anything that you think I'm missing, again, please do let me know. But in the latest Stupid People news, we have people who don't even play fantasy games calling orcs a racist concept.
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Clorette sent their men, or haven't they?
Yes.
Thank you, Hope.
Which is as good as a no.
House Clorette's feud with House Romuald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business.
My
naturally
reaction,
they're
exact
pleading the need for
mood.
self-defense.
Please don't tell me you're using the term mood to just describe an emotion because you're an idiot. And don't know that there are more than one emotion of angry, sad, happy.
Still up and about?
I hate people who do that. Oh, that's so mood. What? Are you telling me you've got to come up with your own bullshit terminology to say excited? I fucking hate you.
Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly.
They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar.
Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arsed thinking that got us into the mess after Endron passed.
It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Thank you.
I suppose it remains to be seen what sort of king Alistair will make. Personally, I think the lad will be far
Nobody
better.
thinks of the drug. What?
He is Merrick's son, whether he sees it or
English?
not. He has a good heart. I can think of no better qualification. We have sent messengers to Orlais. With any luck, the Empress will send us help within a week. I think it entirely possible, however, that she has written Ferelden off as a lost cause already, and will seek to defend her empire first. Perhaps the Grey Wardens of Orlais will
That's
be
why you
able
don't
to
use
mark
text-to-speech.
time. We should not rely on their arrival, even so.
Cat. Cat comes running up with his tangled ball of wool and yarn. I knew this was a cat. You couldn't deceive me. I knew fully well that this was a cat. Tangled ball of... Why would a dog ever get a ball of yarn? Whatever the black and white type orcs are called. They were black and white orcs.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings? Oh, then that must be it. I knew there had to be some reason, it being a human and all. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless. Indeed, can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste, before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Thanks, Cheryl. Oh, he gave me an item. Oh no, that was probably just a dog. Can you fuck off?
You are not quite as callow as I thought.
Yeah, no, if you've got a photo of what these black and white orcs are.
You're welcome. I was sent to be the eyes of the Antam. The Arishok asked, what is the Blight? Why do you? Do you think the Kunari live on some other world then? Parshera, was there anything else? As you...
No, fuck you, Stan.
Something I can help with?
I really don't know what the hell the Drow or Drow are. You've lost me. Well, that's bone.
Your desire?
That's bone.
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will. You are already on my good side, such as it is. Or do you seek something else? Something more intimate? Oh, good to know that. Let me see. I would expect favor to come with a price. Perhaps you would be willing to pay
compliment.
a compliment.
I don't know.
Is that too much? Hmm?
I'm brilliant and amazing.
I suppose stating the obvious will have to do. Very well, then. You are on my good side. Best watch your step that you don't fall off.
Wanted to bone, but whatever.
We are hardly alone, so and you wish... Come to think...
Just gonna have one final kiss. Oh, she's doing it with her eyes open. She doesn't trust me. She doesn't love me.
Let's go see what we... There you are.
Yes.
Let's go...
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
What is it? What are you apologizing for?
Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to
Not if I've seen well, whatever.
That is exactly what it involves.
Because of my
The
taint?
Archman may be slain,
What's my gooch got to do with this?
but should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead. A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed.
Curious how D&D, but you remember that it takes too long to do such things. Yep,
The
years.
Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies.
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way. In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does,
And
my
must you be
friend.
stopped?
That it does.
Because you're destroying the world by Blazer.
You should get some sleep before morning.
Oh, I'm not going to get any sleep. I'm going to be bone dry.
It is only I. I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole.
No. We don't talk about my cock ring.
Dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
I can't remember. I know, obviously, if you do this and the baby dies, spoiler alert. The baby that's not showing, and because why would they when you've got these here? You can sacrifice the baby to kill the archdemon. But I can't remember if you can if Riordan can actually die. Well, I can't remember if Riordan dies no matter what you do, and then it is up to you. But if Riordan survives, then I will want to take the chance. Because I always do it this way. Yeah. Yeah, Riordan dies anyway. The only other thing that I want to very quickly look up. Oh yeah, no, she only turns up at the end of the fucking game anyway. She does.
It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names. From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time. I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my doubts. What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight.
Oh yeah, no, you do it here. So will I do it? Yeah, I mean, I always fucking do it.
A child will bear the taint, And when the Archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The Archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god.
This is starting to sound a lot like
You allow
Silent
me to
Hill.
walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish. As you wish. No, you never will. This is all I ask in return for freeing you from the burden the Grey Wardens have placed upon you. I do not wish to tell you. Ignoring that after but one night it could barely be called a child, no, it will not be hurt. It will be changed. Allow me to say that what I seek is the essence of the old god that once was, and not the dark forces that corrupted it. Some things are worth preserving in this world. Make of that what you will. Then you have decided? A wise decision. Come, my love. Put the thoughts of the ritual aside and let us make this last night together one to remember.
We're touching tips. I keep forgetting they have clothes in this. And also, I have a better thong than she does. Oh, what's going on? I'm gonna get banned. But again, where'd you get the bra from? That's the real question. I look scared. What is... Get off me. Oh.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so
That's
we
how it
must
goes.
race
Well, I
to
wouldn't
Denver
know.
as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden. Let us pray that it will be enough.
I love this shit so much. Converge on the citadel. Oh, wait. Nope, we've got to converge on Denerim.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The man beside me is a native of Ferelden, now risen to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. He is proof that glory is within reach of us all. He has survived despite the odds, and without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Cailan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden! For the Grey Wardens!
Yeah, I will say, the guy who voice acts Alistair is, I suppose, a relatively well-known English actor, if I remember who it is. He's actually a well-known actor. Well, that wasn't very nice. Also, this is like the second part of the Battle of Helm's Deep. Everything's gone tits up, but now we just charge at them head first. Oh, one guy was just T-posing. Yep, reordering.
Very well.
And yeah, in the Darkspawn Chronicles DLC, you play this exact scene. Well, not this exact one, but you play this end of the game for the DLC. So you get to play as the bad guys and win. You do. Oh, look, Shale. Sten, who's almost dead.
Now you die.
What a mess.
As you say.
Too slow.
All of my people. Well, not all of them, some of them are scattered around, but...
I still remember my first battle.
Now you see true power.
Shall we compete for points?
No, Zevran. That only counts as one.
Of course.
Look, it's Cap.
Tear them apart.
Could you maybe do something?
Run while you can.
As you say.
Wipe them out.
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
Bloody nug runners are outnumbered 3 to 1.
What are we to do now, Riordan? You have a plan, I assume?
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the Archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails. I need to go in separately. If we're together, the Archdemon will sense us before we're ready. We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them.
And yeah, so I believe there are certain people you call at certain times because they're the most useful. I don't remember, but...
Yes.
Indeed.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist.
Yeah, and then anyone who survives the battle you're currently fighting then can be called upon again. Wait, anyone else needs to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Fine. Let's just move into the blasted main event already.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
Well, this is it, Warden. When from the blood of battle the stone is fed, let the heroes prevail and the blighters lie dead. As one of the blighters, I sodding salute you. Let's show them our hearts, and then show them theirs.
So the Archdemon is...
And yeah, this is when everyone goes, hey, see you later.
Glad that it has decided to leave me here at the gate, but the other part is apprehensive. It's not that I'm worried about it perishing necessarily. Let's face it, I will be alive long after it has turned to dust anyhow. Still, things have been so much more interesting since it activated me. Shame to end that, really. That is an excellent way to look at it. Well then, I suppose this is it. Have fun storming the castle.
Cat. Bye, Cat.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last. I have done nothing. You have carried us this far.
I know you've done nothing. I brought you into my party, forgot Leliana was in the same town, and then told you to fuck off.
We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this. I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.
Yeah, except you get to be in 2 more games.
Fine, fine. Say hello to the Archdemon for me. He never writes anymore. It's rather distressing. And do watch your back. No getting eaten, unless you think it's really important, of course.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
Before we head after the Archdemon, I want to say something. I know Morrigan's... what she did is supposed to save us, but who knows if she can be trusted? Or if we'll even survive long enough to take that final blow. So I just want you to know that it's been an honor fighting by your side. Let's find this Archdemon then, and kick its ass.
So we head into the city together, as it should be.
Well, considering you're gonna fucking leave me after
How
this.
it turns out, I will be gone. You are aware of this, yes? I do not think that would be wise. Allow me to say only one thing before we go. I was
Soft spot.
foolish.
Oh,
This could have been so much easier, yet I cannot regret what was between us. I will always remember you, my love. Now, Let us see this.
And I will always have my ring on, so in case you want to find me,
awaits.
you can.
It looks like most of the townspeople escaped before the Horde arrived. That's a relief.
Kill those godless bastards!
Yeah, woo, whoever said that. Woo! Also, they're not godless. The archdemon dragon that we're going to need to kill is actually an old god. So technically they do have a god. But I don't expect you to know that because you're not a Grey Warden. Haha, lol, get fucked.
We're counting on you, Warden!
Hey, thank you, you bastard. More health, please.
You.
To the market district. And yeah, obviously we pretty much just need to make our way up to the castle. Oh yeah, and like I say, this is where you can... Redcliffe, dwarves, elves, mages. I assume that's meant to be something. But yes, obviously I can click on who can help me in these scenarios.
As you say.
But obviously, like I say, once they die, obviously you can't ever summon them again. Start with this animation.
Come and get it!
Will be done.
Is that all you got?
What? I died? I was not paying attention.
You should run while you can.
Well, because you're doing that, you're out of mana, of course you are.
I shall do it. As you wish.
I see we were victorious. Good.
I lost 9 dwarves. Well, there's the general.
You shall not touch me! You will not win!
As you say.
Let us end this quickly!
Oh, good luck with that dwarven infantryman.
This will not end well for you!
Oh, Alice is dead.
True power.
The battle is finished.
I lost 16 men. Oh, not that it matters.
It's you. The Maker sure gave you the gift of good timing, didn't he? There's a large group of Darkspawn approaching and the gates won't hold. We need your help. All right. I only hope there is time to...
They're breaking through!
Run, all of you! Run for your lives!
Bye, Shiani. Actually, Morgan, could you do this, please?
More foul darks.
Just to start that off. Which obviously kills most, if not all of them.
Defend yourself.
Since when did one guy die?
Now you die.
How did one guy die?
I will not falter.
Begin the onslaught.
Let's have at it! And stay there.
Well, thanks, Morgan.
Very well.
I still have no idea how the hell I lost one man.
I shall do it.
Another call.
Oh, Rick Gilliana.
Oh, that did not look good.
That should do. Well, I have 16 lesser injury kits now. I will be more than fine. And I only lost one man because I activated Blizzard. And then everyone died.
yes.
Oh, if your characters are not properly leveled up or equipped, well, I don't have any fucking items for them, even if I wanted to.
Beware! A large group of Darkspawn have broken away from the battle. They're charging this way. They'll be here any minute. In the memory of King Kalen.
Are you done?
Oh, yeah, we're doing this. I know Wynn can cast it 'cause I fucking gave it a...
Yeah!
I love this game. This is a waste of time.
Argren wins again. You're no match for my blade.
They pretty much have no chance with all of us crowding around here. Go on, get him, cat. $6 gold. I don't need money.
Shall I send word that the gates are secured? Right away.
Reordering. Because we are at range for this, it should be fine. As long as they don't fucking come anywhere near close to me, we'll be fine. Never mind.
Of course.
Let's just see this mage die. Oh, no, he didn't.
I'll try to be merciful. Another call for the pile. You will learn to fear me.
As you say.
Be careful!
Frame, right. Morrigan, darling, could you... set that there, please. Just gonna make sure these guys charge after me. Providing I don't fall over. And there we go, that's what I want. The mage is really walking into the... idiots.
You have forced my hand.
Right away.
At your command.
Frame right.
There is no hope for you now.
He will die.
My power is yours.
Please drink. Why are you not? Oh, unable to heal, that's why.
Where's
Not more Callister.
Right ahead. I shall.
I am ready. Let us end this quickly.
Want it about there. Just so none of us are going into it. Unless anyone that does spawn will die immediately.
Trap right ahead.
My love?
Why can't I go back to the market district? Yeah, whatever. Oh, 10 FPS. Well, 9 FPS. Oh, 8. 10. I'm probably gonna have to save and quit again.
We must strike quickly!
Well, if they're powerful ranged combatants, we'll summon them now. Oh look, it's a dragon. Where's Daniel when you fucking need him?
A bit more dice, please!
Let us end this quickly.
Push them back!
Of course.
Oh, tactician.
Oh, this
That might be use everyone in battle.
I have beaten one.
Oh, player profile. Main character killed 250 enemies without them inflicting damage. Oh, never mind.
Run while you can! Make a preserver!
Oh no, you don't!
This is a waste of time.
I tried to be merciful!
I think we work well together.
I can't hold on!
Shut up. Also, just before we go in, I also want Morrigan to have max magic. No, she got. Oh yeah, because she's using rock armor. This is it. This is the battle you've all been waiting for. The battle against the dragon. With which I'll just immediately play as Morrigan, spam the fire, whirlwind fire thing and blizzard. So it will take constant damage from both fire and ice. I don't remember if it has multiple places to go for. I was gonna fucking say. No, I'll rip everyone, right? Yeah, if it's just the circle on the top, which I think it is, then yeah, I can just spam her firewall and that inferno. Oh, friendly fire possible. Yeah, whatever. I want that there. Don't care about that. I want that there. And I want that there. Just so I can spam them as her as soon as the battle begins. And we're back in the prison.
You shall not touch me! You will pay for that!
I suppose violence. It's your time to die! Now you go! You forced our hand!
As you say, yes. I will not falter! Of course. Clumsy!
Do you have anything for me? 5 gold. Don't need money. That is the one thing I don't need.
Trap. Right ahead. Yes.
Can I strike? Yes.
Now we get our hands dirty. Another battle, I see.
I mean, he was going to turn into a spider. Is Alistair fucking in there all on his own? Dip? Shit. I mean, he's holding his bloody own, but... I don't want that. I want this.
Nothing like a brush with death to make you not like death much.
Oh, no, I can't go that one. I wanted to go into the prison to see if there was anyone still alive. There wouldn't be, but...
Of course. Very well. It will be done. Yes. Of course. As you say.
Of course. I shall.
I swear to God, if there's a love letter in here.
Right away.
That would have been slightly annoying. Well, that's a lot of dead darkspawn. Oh, I forgot about this.
Enchantment!
Yeah, he doesn't speak anything besides enchantment.
Enchantment?
I mean, I don't know why I would need to buy any of this, but hey ho. My sandal. Such a weird kid, surrounded by darkspawn. You don't think? I mean, I really don't know why I'm still looting. I don't need anything.
Very well.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes. Here comes trouble!
You have forced my hand. Yes. Of course.
That's firing range.
Not end well for you. Of course. Now you see true power. Let us end this quickly. I will not falter.
Oh, I just came into a dead-end room. Nice. Yep. Bongs.
Not fight. I am your hero.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
As you say.
Frame rate. No. Naughty. Give me a minute. Well, then again, I've been playing for 2 hours, so it makes sense that the frame rate is now just deciding to die. Actually, just buy this on Steam.
Yes.
There is no hope for you now. You have forced my hand. Now you see true power.
It's your time to die.
Oh no, you don't!
Don't you bloody start. Oh, there's no... Oh, there it is. I guess you can't slow the game down twice. And you can usually tell when you're at the end of a game because it's giving you a crap ton of items to use. Yep, rooftop, and this is it. This is the final fight. So that means play as Morrigan, mass spam 3 spells, have the frame rate go into single digits, and have it deal constant damage. Providing he doesn't run away, of course. Roar.
Is that all you've got? Ready!
What? I am ready.
Well, doing those 3 may have been a bad idea. What? Of course you just had to fucking kill Moradin. But one person. Oh, it's all Lehman. Oh, I forgot I could summon these guys. No, fuck this. Restart this. I was not paying attention to the right, and two, don't use those abilities Morrigan has. Doesn't do anything. Just let her do whatever the hell she wants. Summon the mages first, because obviously they'll do magic, which means they'll do a crap ton of damage. Then summon the elves, because they can all attack from a distance.
Let's finish. Well, all Eamon's gonna fucking die.
I am ready.
Oh yeah, no, I can't attack him.
This will not end well for you. Flee while you can.
You cannot defeat the Legion!
Clumsy!
Dead and nothing to lose!
Be careful! I tried to be merciful. Another battle.
My power is yours.
Legionnaires! To battle!
Stop your drooling and save some dignity, fool.
Ancestors, grant us victory! You are sorry!
Oh well, I guess he can't die then.
As you say.
Actually, can he? Stop being out of magic.
Yes. Okay, done with you now.
Let's make this quick. Push them back.
You dare! Be gone! Bad day, huh?
No, there's only one mage left. Could you die? that fucking Olima? Yep.
You have forced my hand. There is no hope for you now.
I don't remember the hell that was.
So be it.
Yeah, that
Like this.
Very well.
And order.
Of course.
Oh, why does Liliana have to fucking do it? Yeah. Get fucked, Darkspawn.
And then it was over.
Thanks, Duncan.
With the Archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come. But the Blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king. The Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
None. Because it doesn't matter. Anything that happens in Dragon Age 2 Inquisition has no bearing on what happens in this. Which is a bit of a shame, but...
We are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory.
You died, Arleman.
Of those who stood against the Darkspawn siege of Denerim, there is one in particular who deserves commendation.
Cat.
The one who led the final charge against the Archdemon remains with us still. An inspiration to all he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. My friend, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon that you might request of Ferelden's king? If it is within my power, I will grant it.
I wish to continue to serve the crown, a title and riches to go with it. I ask that the House pay for what they did to my family. The sacrifice of the Warden should not be forgotten again. I have no need of anything further. I don't know, I'll have to think about it.
The House are hereby stripped of their titles and fortune, and will be investigated as to their involvement in the Haeva attack. Haeva itself is of course restored to your family.
Oh, he survived.
Fergus, since he was found safe and sound near the Korcari Wilds.
Nice.
Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arl Howe, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
Well, see, now this is the thing that happens. Obviously, you've got the DLCs. You've got the one DLC which helps him out, which I believe is supposed to be the Golems of Omgarok, I think. That's what that's supposed to be, so you help him out with that, but then obviously in the other DLC you go out after him to try and find Morrigan.
My impression was that she didn't want to be found.
Not that it matters, because the DLC is sort of its own thing for a continuation.
There's a group of Ferelden citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you're ready.
Yeah, I got that ending.
So, we made it. I'm impressed, aren't you? The odds were completely against one of us actually getting to the Archdemon. But of course you would make it. I knew you would. I just don't understand how you're still alive. I guess Riordan was wrong? I had no idea. I suppose that makes sense. Speaking of Morrigan, do you know where she went? I'm told she vanished right after the battle. No goodbyes or anything. Very dramatic. I don't imagine she'd be easy to find if she didn't want to be. At any rate, I can see Arleman giving me that look. More king stuff, I suppose. It can never wait. And if I don't get the chance some other time, thanks. For everything. You're leaving, aren't you? And I'm not. I guess we'll see how things play out. But this certainly feels like an ending. At least for now. I'll let you get to your adoring public.
Yes, like I said, that's why the events of this game, this is it. Because any mention of this guy is never mentioned ever again. To say that he essentially saved the world, they completely just drop this guy under the bus, they do. Which is ever so slightly annoying.
When I heard that my little brother was not only a Grey Warden, but also leading Ferelden into battle, I was surprised, to put it mildly, Father. He would have been so proud of you. I know I am. You've done good. Yes, I'm trying not to think too much about them. Hal was a greedy, traitorous bastard. I just wish I'd been there to help you kill him. At least Amaranthine now belongs to the Grey Wardens. There's some justice in that, I think. I need to go back to Haeva. See if I can clean up the mess Hal made of it. I will see you soon, I hope. Good. Haeva won't be the same without everyone around. Take care of yourself, you hear? Or I'll find you and nag you like Mother did until you're ready to tear out your hair.
Yeah. Nope, that's never happening. Liliana goes on her travels as well. Oh, I can't speak to my dog. Damn it. Yeah, there really is no point in me talking to everyone because it doesn't do
Are
anything.
you ready, my lord? The crowds outside are getting restless. Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
In the months that followed his coronation, Alistair proved to be a popular king. If largely unwilling to involve himself in matters of governing, he travelled often, making appearances in towns throughout Ferelden to the great delight of the commoners. They referred to him as a king with the common touch, even if a few knew it was a simple aversion to life at court. Rumours that the urn of sacred ashes had been found and that it was used to heal Arl Eamon of his poisoning circulated in Ferelden in the months following the Darkspawn defeat, slowly at first and then with growing frequency as the Grand Cleric failed to deny them. Once the Chantry made several attempts to verify the rumours, however, there came an official decree that no resting place for the ashes had been found. If the urn of sacred ashes was in those ruins once, it was no longer. Following the months of effort, the Tower of the Circle of Magi was finally cleansed of the spirits to slip through the veil. No further abominations were created, and First Enchanter Irving was pleased to declare the circle safe. All that could be saved had been. With the slavers shot down in the Alien Age, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named a local elder to his personal court. A scandal amongst the humans, but a sign of new hope for the elves. Shani continued to be an outspoken member of the Alien Age community, and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. Arlema remained in Denrim for some time, acting as the Chancellor and Chief Advisor to King Alistair. Tegan ruled over Redcliffe in his stead, and was surprised to find himself well loved by the villagers, who were still grateful for the nights he spent defending their lives. In time, Eamon abdicated in favour of his brother, an event the locals greeted with approval and enthusiasm. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege at Denerim, having earned much respect for their part in the battle, for once human lands welcomed the wandering folk. The new keeper, Lyanna, was respected both among the Dalish as well in the Ferelden court. She was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans would turn to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. In time, many of the Dalish clans moved to the new land provided for them in the south near Ostgar. Weary of their human neighbours, however, tensions soon rose again, and only keeper Lanai's leadership kept peace alive. Nice. In Orzammar, King Balin quickly proved himself a reformer. Trade with the surface lands increased and caste restrictions were loosened. The casteless were permitted to take arms against the Darkspawn in exchange for new freedoms. For the first time in generations, the line in the deep roads was pushed back and a few things were reclaimed. Balin's reformed quickly found him enemies with warrior and noble castes, however, and after several assassination attempts, the assembly was dissolved. The king then ruled alone, some said as a tyrant, others said as a visionary determined to drag Orzammar into the modern world. Brother Burkel's new chantry in Orzammar drew a surprising number of converts among the dwarves. They quickly attracted a great deal of anger from more conservative quarters, and before long the assembly severely restricted the Androstians' rights. Brother Burkel restricted was slain while being arrested. During a peaceful demonstration in the Commons, the assembly claimed this was an accident, but news of the resulting riots reached the chantry on the surface, with the divine even contemplated a new exalted march. The dwarven mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt Circle Tower. Eventually she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. Although the Anvil of Order was destroyed, rumours about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the Anvil, and upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Shaper to attempt to create Caridin's research. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. Oh god. The golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demanding among the Smith caste to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. As good as her word, Morrigan disappeared once the Archdemon was slain. Someone of Morrigan's description was seen travelling alone months later, heading west through the Frostback Mountains, and she may even been with a child. There was no word of her after. Flemmy's hut in the Kokari Wilds was likewise abandoned. One cannot help but wonder, where did they go? What were their plans? What became of the child? These questions must remain a mystery for now. Both Mateus and the companions who helped defeat the Blight eventually scattered to the Four Winds, drawn neither by personal duty or the call to further adventure. Circumstances dictated that they would no longer see each other again, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the Order of Amaranthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the powerful Darkspawn survived to organise roving war bands that preyed both upon the land and war upon each other. These warbands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west to Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are tales yet to be told. This tale ended when Matthias sank his blade into the demon's head and destroyed it forever. It was not the last that Frodon would hear of him, however. And yeah, that's Dragon Age. It kind of just ends like that, but hey ho. Good game. I still like it. I still like it. I will, however, move over to the DLC. I should be able to get that done today, since a couple of them are only very short. But I'll make that its own thing. So as for Dragon Age, that's it. But like I said, I'll move over to the DLC, so I'll see you in that one. Alright.